G'day and welcome back to Duckzorly Gaming and our 24-day seasons challenge on Sherwood Park Farm. Today we are on day 22. We're in late summer and we're getting to the end of this day, and we're just going to top up the grass for our cows and our sheep initially, and we're going to get on and do a bit more mowing. Our grass fields are ready to go. So we've already mowed one of them off camera, and we'll do the other one today, and then we've got to start transferring some stuff from our BGA to the farm and put it into our storage areas and get all that going. So going to be busy even before we get the initial harvest going. We shouldn't be too far away either. So I hope everyone is well. We've been pretty busy here in real life. I've got visitors from interstate. My parents have come to visit the grandkids, so we've been busy doing that. So thus we've had a bit of a hiatus in recording to date, but I'm able to get a couple of episodes hopefully recorded today, and we can schedule those up and we'll be right to go. But in any case, today is Thursday. By the time you'll get this, it'll probably be the Friday, so we're basically at the end of the week. And I'm trying to unload grass into the water, which isn't going to work. Yeah, so we're moving along. Now, we're right at the point now where we'll get a little bit busy with the harvest being ready. And along with the harvest, we've then got to deal with not only the animals, of course, but also in preparations of our biogas and all that sort of stuff in relation to what we're going to do with the crop. So, for instance, the field 2, which is over there to our right as we're going past, that will provide us probably with enough wheat, or between the first couple of crops, enough wheat to last us a full year. But also the amount of straw we get off our first couple of crops will basically fill our supplies here well and truly to our 1.5 million, I think we're the silo's capable of holding. And then we'll have to really get stuck into using our composter, our slurry, and all that sort of stuff down at the biogas. So we can get stuck into that. Anyway, so we've now hit the later evening, so I'll just double check, and yes, I can skip night, so we'll just go ahead and skip night. Hopefully the grass was all in for animals. I didn't double check, so we'll see. No deaths, we're all good. There you go, briefy, no deaths. Alright, so let's go and have a look where our mowers and that are. So I'll just have a look. Okay, we're right there, so we'll go down. What we're going to do, we're going to use the Big X Cargo today with the large header on it, just to sort of show you how that goes. I'm actually starting to like it, even though yes, it is ugly. It's not that bad of a machine to use. So here he is here. So I had a wash and clean. I did some maintenance on these as well, just to make sure they were all ready to go. So we'll bring him out. We'll drop off this header because we don't need this header. So we'll drop him off here. Now we will need a truck and trailer up there, because there will be more grass than what we can fit in the 70,000 storage bin of the cargo. So we'll have to get one of them up there as well, but we can do that after we get started on our grass. Well, almost went for a swim. Something else we have to talk about too, which we'll talk about when we get to our truck over here. We've had a new addition to the catalogue, so I'm trying to sort of keep the view away so you don't see that as yet. But we've had a great friend of the channels, basically, has assisted us with putting together a special truck for Duckzorly Gaming. So we've got our personalised Duckzorly Big M, our DZ Big M, thanks to my friend Eustace Pharmer. And we now also have a nicely personalised semi-trailer truck, which is done by Rockhound from Rockhound Mods. Rockhound's a member of the Three Dudes Network and PCSG as well. So yeah, we'll get to that shortly. So anyway, in the interim, we shall just come over here and grab our header. There we go. And away we go. So we'll just get started. Now I'm going to let this clip through the trees here a little bit as we go. I know it's not very realistic, but it may well clip. I'm going to try not to, but we'll see how we go. So we unfold. I do like the animation on this. It's actually been done very well. All right. Away we go. So this should get this field done quite quickly. It's a, whoops, through those trees. It's a 23 metre header, I think it was. So quite big in that regard. And certainly, as you can see, it's going to fill this 70,000 litre capacity back end very quickly. Okay, so at this point in time, I'll go through my normal community spiel. So please feel free to go and join up and look at the two communities that I'm a part of, particularly for farming sim and simulators in general. The first of which is the Three Dudes Gaming Network. Three Dudes Gaming Network is comprised of our three dudes, being my good friend Eustace Pharmer, good friend Grizzly, Grizzly Bear Sims, and Farmer Klein, good friend. The three of them help run to and coordinate the website and everything else. We also have our multiplayer server, which is now live using the West Coast map. Multiplayer server is free for any member to come on and go on. And Farmer Klein, Sunday morning Australian time, God knows what it is in America, but anyway, normally gets on there and does a multiplayer stream. And I'm currently playing around with trying to get some streaming going. It won't be a lot because we'll be using mobile data, but I should be able to get a better upload so I can at least do some streaming. So stand by for that. But yeah, so any member can go into the forums and get the details of that and log on. The server is available 24/7, so there's always something to do. There's quite regularly people on there at all times of day and night because of the fact we have people from so many varied countries and time zones, which makes it great. Ooh, that doesn't look good, does it? But yeah, so come over to Three Dudes and join up. I'm a moderator over there. Well, there we go. Our 60,000 is filled up already. All right. So I'll pause on my discussion about Three Dudes and we'll just position this. All right, now we'll go for a bit of a run. And we'll head over here and grab a truck. So, like I said before, Rockhound has done up a special version of one of his trucks. It's I think it's a Kenworth K100. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I can never get over these. My jump doesn't work. There we go, almost. Here we go. Yeah, so it's a Kenworth K100, and it's beautiful. Look at that. There he is. So that's my special Duckzorly liveried truck. But as you can see, it's a nice orange colour. So we're sort of changing our colour scheme a bit from our class green, which we preferred, to class green and orange for our truck. So there's one over there. So what we did is we replaced our Volvos, we traded them in, and got our new Kenworths. So looking pretty good. Now I'm not sure what's in here. We've got compost in there. Okay. So what we might do is we might just take this lot of fertiliser up to the farm, and then we'll use this one for the grass as well. All right. So yeah, a beautiful model. Well, as I run into the tree, sorry. It is a beautiful looking model. Rockhound has said he's going to work on the interior a bit more. So here's the interior as we look around. I'll do a bit more of a showcase of this a little bit later. But definitely a great looking mod. And internally, it's one of the better ones I've seen for any truck. But yeah, no, it's fantastic. The level of detail is great. You've got fog lights on it, which you can turn on independently. Yeah, fantastic. It's really great, and I love Rockhound's work, and I'm ever grateful to him for doing up our own special truck. So again, Rockhound, thank you very, very much. Now I will be adding Rockhound's YouTube link down below, so please go and check out Rockhound. He has got a new truck coming out soon, which is the POW special. So that's looking quite good as well. So keep an eye out. Rockhound's definitely a modder to watch, and he's very good at his maps as well. So yeah. But anyway, no, thank you again, Rockhound. It is greatly appreciated. So we'll drop off this dry fertiliser here in the farm, which is one of the jobs we're going to do anyway. And then we'll go and collect our grass. While we do that. Right, so in here, let's select the truck. Might as well showcase it a bit now while we're unloading. Okay, so we've got a rear work light turned on by numpad 4. We've got our fog lights at the front by numpad 5. There were more controls. I think you could actually tilt the cab as well, but maybe it was done from outside. I can't remember. Honestly, I haven't really had a look too much. I've been too busy playing around with it and just enjoying it. But it does all the right things at the right time. It has seemingly got some sort of like attenuated turning as well, which is really good for keyboard steering. Haven't tried to get with my steering wheel, so that will be interesting. All right. Let's turn the rig out of the way there. Okay. It's always a bit of an embuggerance driving these articulated things with the keyboard, but anyway. And we'll offload. And this will fill up this front trailer. Front trailer is 40,000 litres if I remember correctly, and the rear is 60, giving a total of 100,000 for a standard B double configuration. As per my mod review of the custom road train pack from GTX Modding. So we'll fill him up. There we go, 20,000 left. Now, what we'll do is, just so we don't break the realism entirely, not that I play ultra realistic, drop the header off, otherwise just going to clip straight through the truck and trailer. Helps if I actually get it into the trailer. Okay, well, still got some left. Okay, so now we'll continue on. So yeah, so back to Three Dudes Gaming Network and our other network, PCSG. So yeah, come over to Three Dudes. It's free to join. Very friendly environment. So yeah, can't go wrong over Three Dudes. The other one that we're a member of is PCSG. Again, another wonderful community over there. YouTubers, other than the Three Dudes guys being over there, obviously as well. You got Wonko, you got Reefy, you've got DoughBoys over there. You've got a whole pile of really good YouTubers in the farm sim genre and simulation genre over there. So head over there and check. You can check them out from there directly. But also the fact that PCSG have their own mod repository, and you can safely get mods that you know have been tested. We have a testing group over there as well that when a mod's released and requested to put up on the PCSG website, it goes through a series of testing from basically independent testers that have not been asked by the mod makers to test, and they have a set criteria, and you'll actually know that when you're looking at a mod from the PCSG website that it's been tested and what flaws, if any, there are in it, all that sort of stuff. So well worth looking at. Currently we have Black Sheep Modding, Stevie, LS Mod Company, GTX Mods, and a few others in there with their mods. So Stevie's is an exclusive. All of his mods and maps, etc., are exclusively available through PCSG. So yeah, head on over, sign up, check it out. They also have their own mod player server. So please head on over to both those communities and join and interact, and so we can all become a very happy and more informed farming simulator community. Alright, so I'll just continue on. As you can see with this big header, we fill up the truck very quickly, or fill up the cargo bin very quickly. About to fill it up again. There we go. So we'll go over and grab the truck and bring him over this time. He won't be able to get much because he's almost full anyway. See if I've parked it well enough. Yeah, should be right. Okay, so we should be expecting to offload about 40,000 into this trailer now, and then we're good to go. So yeah, we're powering through our 24-day seasons challenge now. As you can see, we're on the second last day of summer. We've got one more day of summer, being the 22nd day. Sorry, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the temperatures. We've got one more day of summer, and then being the 24th day of our season, obviously. And then we head into fall, or autumn, as we call it here. And we've got a bit of rain coming, so that'll be interesting when we're trying to deal with our crops. So I'm just going to head over here now. I've got a funny feeling that our silos are already full, so we may need to juggle this a little bit. But I think we're full on grass, possibly. So we'll just find out. Yep, 1.5 million litres of grass. Okay. So, what we're going to have to do is head over to the BGA and see if we can offload some of this grass into the biogas and composter. So I'll quickly head over and do that. Still can't get over how pretty this map is. I love driving around this map. Alright, so let's see what we can offload. Now it does go through this pretty quickly, so worst case scenario, well, it depends on how much our biogas has in it. So let's go check that too while we're here. Oh, so we're 100% there as well. Alrighty. So it's now becoming a bit more critical that we sort out all our stuff over here. Well, he's offloaded fully. Let's see what I can push the friendship and get as much in there as I can. Going close. Alright, so we just had enough room for all of that. I'm hoping there's no overrun in the biogas and we're not actually losing that effectively, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So we'll just go deal with this grass cutting and then we'll sort all that out. So that'll probably be the next episode. We'll finalise all of that for us. I think I mentioned last time we've put a few extra lights in now. I've also put some lights in at the BGA. It was a bit dark of a night trying to do nighttime operations and you're relying primarily on the lights of the trucks and tractors. So we've put a few spotties in there. So wrong key. Here we go. Offload. Going. And go on. Righto. So let's continue. So while this is a very ugly machine, I'll give Farmer Klein that. He pointed that out at my mod review of this. With this big header on it, it's actually not such a bad unit to use. Obviously being articulated makes a bit of a pain, especially if you're relying on keyboard steer. But in effect, for an actual unit that does what it needs to do, it certainly does that. So that's not so much of a problem. Now I have also used my big X1100 with this header on it and towed a trailer behind. So you can come to exactly the same sort of outcome as what you can with this without it looking quite so ugly. But I certainly don't mind it. I don't think it's a bad machine to use. So at the moment I think I've got virtually everything, or most of the Krone stuff that I could possibly have, or Kroner. So yeah, we're fully kitted out. So we've got the big M, we've got the big X1100, we've got the 1100 cargo, we've got their windrower, we've got, what else we got down there? We got the GTX, was it GTX 550 GD, GT 550 GD, something like that, which is good. In fact, I might actually bring that up and finish this off in a minute. But yeah, so we've got a fair bit of the old Krone gear hanging around. Yeah, I just realised saying that's what Eustace Pharmer's put on the big M, hasn't he? Old crone. But yeah, so anyway, all good. So this will almost fill us up again. We'll go and offload this now. So as you'll see here, I can't get close enough with the header on, so I'll fill the rear up. That's one thing I've just noticed actually, is the fact that it slides itself off for some reason. That's interesting. Can't say I really noticed that before. You can see it's still wanting to slide. Which makes it a bit difficult for trying to unload. Very interesting. Oh. I'll get another load done here, and then I might bring the 550 GD up just to get it and store it until we can actually offload the rest of the grass somewhere. Actually, I might just download it all to the fermenter. That's probably the best bet. That's what we'll do. We'll take this truckload down to the fermenter, and then we'll be good to go. We'll have plenty of silage available to us then. So we're getting close to our 30 minutes. So we'll probably start signing off now, and I'll finish this field off and offload everything into the silage. And in our next episode, we'll, depending on where we're at with the crops, we'll probably just pick up where we left off here, and we'll get the biogas situation dealt with. And we'll get our production going for our manure separator. Sorry, manure producer, our separator from our liquid manure. So all we need to do is get some wheat, so straw over there. So once we've got our first crop, we'll really get that one running. But yeah, we'll get our fuel transferred out, and we'll start transferring some more digestate into the extractors, so we can actually produce more fuel, liquid fertilizer and solid fertilizer. We should be at the point pretty soon where we don't need to buy any of that. We can just continually be producing our own, and saving us a lot of money in the long run there. Might need the GTX, the 550 GD up here after all. We're going to get all this in one last load. And hopefully, if we get lucky, we might be able to get another mow of the two grass fields prior to winter, just to make sure we're fully stocked up and we can run the biogas and that all through winter, because that'll be one of the main jobs we're doing, because there won't be much else to do during winter other than cutting our teeth, so to speak, on some logging. So we'll see how we go with that as well. All right. So that's where we're basically at now. What we'll do is we'll just go over here and drop the header off. And yes, that's the other thing with this header. There isn't a trailer big enough for it that I've found. So we have to use one of our existing ones, and it doesn't really like going on there. But as you can see. Anyway, I'll fix it up later. That's a bit of a pain. Alright, so we'll just drop this off into the truck now. Let's see if he wants to slide across again. Yeah, so they're still sliding across. Don't know why. Alright, he's full. So I'll just do this delivery down here. You can come down with me to this, drop it off to the silage bin, and then we'll sign off. So yeah, so episode 14, progressing through, be soon into fall or autumn, and we should be very busy then harvesting all our crops. So at the moment we've still only got the 2 harvesters. I plan on running them most likely on course play. So effectively we'll have hired help coming to run the harvesters for us. And I may need to get another harvester or 2, which I'll probably just lease. And I got caught up on the tree. Yeah, so we'll probably just lease any further harvesters. Again, as I said before, I don't want to use any more than 4 hired workers as my preference for this challenge. But I guess ultimately we can use as many as we like, but we don't need to go to overkill. So yeah, but anyway, all right. So I'll offload here. All right. Well, we'll sign off now, and we'll come back to this in the next episode, in episode 15, when we do a little bit of trucking and sorting out our biogas and all that sort of stuff, some of our production plant. And we'll probably start getting our greenhouses going actually as well. That's probably something we should start getting going. All right, so I'm Duckzorly, and this is Duckzorly Gaming, and I thank you again for joining us for this 24-day seasons challenge on Sherwood Park Farm, a glorious map by Stevie. Please check it out, and we will see you in the next episode very soon. Until then, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.